Scorpio, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early April 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Scorpio collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do you got for us? What do you got for Scorpio gang in early April? It's a beautiful time of year. Let's see what energies, messages, insights we could take a little peek at. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Scorpio in early April. What's the vibe? What's the energy? And while I get this card out, just a quick announcement. It's a very special week because it is my birthday week, April 8th. So I'm still part of Scorpio gang. I'm an Aries sun, Scorpio moon, Pisces rising. But yeah, I just want to let everyone know that. My birthday wish is that we all have a great week this week. No bad things, right? No, not too many challenges. Let's get this card out here for Scorpio. There we go. Thank you. All right, cool. So I haven't seen this card in a very long time. Okay, like for any sign, any reading, it has to be like months and months and months. And you know, I do at least 12 readings a week for YouTube, not even counting personals. And I have not seen this card in a long time, so it's rare. So that we might be tapping into some energies that we haven't quite seen in a while. That's what I'm initially feeling with this card. There's other specifics, and we'll get into that. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the April subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little more in depth about this card. So obviously you see this lovely lady and she's sitting by a windowsill. There's a bird with a letter, there's books, there's a phone. So it's like she's anticipating some sort of communication. So I'm not sure if you're waiting to hear from somebody. That could be a very specific message for some of you. Notice that there's a moon outside. It's nighttime. That does imply a little bit of mystery or confusion in the worst case scenario. But notice there's a big golden clock at the very top of the card. That attracts our attention. Now that could just represent time itself, right? Like maybe she is just waiting. Maybe you're in a holding position in regards to something like, let's wait and see. That could be an advice from spirit too, like Scorpio, just hold it, wait and see how it goes. So there might be something you need to observe a little bit. But yeah, this is also a card of communication with the bird and stuff. So there could be some importance around talking and communicating. I mean, if you're not waiting for one, but I feel like it's complex and simple at the same time. But just the fact that I haven't seen this card in so many months tells me that we might have some rare things popping up in this week's reading. So we're going to let her chill right there. She could keep waiting on her phone call or whatever. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say this first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for my Scorpio gang. What's happening? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. There were some very powerful energies at play. The reading was titled A Massive Karmic Change. Now, if there's any sign out there that can deal with karmic universal energy, it's Scorpio, right? I mean, it's encoded into the Scorpio DNA. For better or for worse, even though Scorpio is a fixed sign, it's a never-ending cycle of intense change. Now, the karmic aspects does mean there might be certain things that are a little out of your hands, or it was meant to be. There was like a fated type of energy connected to it. So we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards here for Scorpio. What's happening? What do we got? Okay. Whoa, okay, the Wheel of Fortune. So that kind of fits with what we saw last week with the karmic energy of the cycles. But to start a reading off with the Wheel of Fortune, that's good. That is a welcomed energy, especially with what we've been seeing for some time now. Let's get a couple more. It's fast, it's sudden, it's quick. Page of Cups, a Scorpio power card. This might be a really good week. I'm already feeling it. I don't want to jinx it, but when we go Wheel of Fortune into the Page of Cups, this might be really, really good. Let's get one more. I mean, the Pisces reading was off the charts. The King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself, without a beard, chilling there with a goblet, having a damn good time. So listen, I am very optimistic about this week's reading, Scorpio. Let me get the King of Cups right there in his position, then we'll start breezing on through this. There's a lot of strong Scorpio power energy and other stuff going on. I really like it. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. This feels better than I've felt in a long time for a Scorpio reading. Maybe that's the rarity of it. Not saying that us Scorpios are always like down in the dumps, but there's just something refreshing about the energy I'm feeling here. And you know, at first glance, I always look at the elements first. Notice that we have double water core cards. So these are not only Scorpio power cards, it's the element that Scorpio is most comfortable in. Needless to say, we have the Wheel of Fortune as well. That kind of speaks for itself, even though there's more layers to it. But there's just a comfort zone that I'm picking up here in this week's reading, just something that feels cool, like I'm comfortable with it. So even if you are going through some difficult times, hopefully this energy is coming in that really makes you feel refreshed. But it's like, yeah, it kind of sucks, but I'm cool. It doesn't. I'm fine. Like there's nothing here that is too bothered, if that makes sense. And if you're cross watching for a Scorpio, I mean, listen, now might be a good time to solve issues with a Scorpio with all this energy because it feels more agreeable, right? So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out. I'm liking it. It's putting a smile on my face. But position number one, don't want to jinx it because we still have half the reading to go. But we got the Wheel of Fortune. Lovely. Like I said, that's the four-leaf clover, the tarot deck. This is our good luck charm. This could be spirit saying like, hey, something's about to go your way, Scorpio, or something really good is coming in, even if you don't see it. This is Jupiter energy. So what does that mean? It's lucky, it's expansive, it's protective. A lot of times in astrology, they say wherever Jupiter is in your natal chart, that's your guardian angel. And I see the same thing when this shows up in a tarot spread. If we have the Wheel of Fortune, it's protection, it's spiritual protection. But not only that, it expands the spread around it. So this is really, really good. There is a drawback, though. It's a powerful energy. It's a karmic energy, just like we saw last week. The wheel continues to turn. So yeah, it could speak about change. It could speak about things shifting. But the uncomfortable thing about this card is that it happens so quick, right? That's the thing with the Wheel of Fortune. It's rapid, it's fast, it's quick. And I know, for Scorpios, that could sometimes be a little uncomfortable, rapid and fast things. So we need to see, is it something that's coming in good all of a sudden out of nowhere? We just have to see. There's a lot for us to look at. Or is it just like the good luck charm and karmic energy? Could be both. Now, moving to the middle, we have our good little pal here, Mr. Page of Cups. Now, again, that's a Scorpio power card right there. Could also represent Pisces, Cancer, or another Scorpio. And I always say about pages, they represent new. They represent students. They represent messengers, especially this Page of Cups, very much emotionally expressive. So I love it whenever it shows up in any spread, especially a water sign. Now, the Page of Cups, I mean, it could just be signaling some new great adventure coming in your way. Could be a talk of importance that we'll want to look at as well, especially with this page. It could show us something that's coming towards you as well. So there's a lot of different ways this can go. It is a conversation or a message. And we saw it since that very first card. But what's the challenge of the pages? Yes, they have a lot of potential. There's potential for great things. But pages can also be a shy type of energy, someone that's withholding things, someone that's a little skeptical and a little nervous, especially when we put the page next to the king. When we're looking at the core cards, this is the youngest, this is the oldest. So when you put a page next to the king, there's a certain shyness to it. So we're going to want to look at this a little bit further. Hopefully it's not communication issues. I'm trying my best to stay balanced here, my friends, even though I'm excited about the energy. Now, moving to the back end, we have our good pal, our great friend, the King of Cups himself. And this is beautiful, especially in a water sign reading. Kings represent control of their respective suit. Cups represent the realm of creativity, imagination, romance, love. All of these things are just emotional levels. So when we see the King of Cups, it's like, I got this on lock. I got this under control. This is the fullest expression of the cup suit. So it's a powerful energy to see. So whether this is emotion and feeling you have for somebody else, it's like fully expressed and just super intense, or what someone's feeling towards you. This is a great card to have. Now, there's a challenge with him as well. Sometimes the King of Cups can suppress things. Sometimes this card could represent someone who does not have control of their emotions. They don't know why they feel a certain way, and they can't help but feel a certain way. So for some Scorpios, that might be the case. I mean, usually Scorpios have a lot of insight as to why they're feeling certain things, but there could be some confusion around that. And the King of Cups in reverse could be very unpredictable. Watch out for any issues with substance as well when the King of Cups is here. So we need to dive deeper on all this, Scorpio. So let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for Scorpio gang? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because I'll just be giving you my intuition. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you have any messages you want to get to Scorpio, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, let's get it going here. Why is the Wheel of Fortune? What's this fast, sudden burst of energy? Why is the wheel here? Why do we got the wheel? Okay, I'll take the specifics. Something opens up out of nowhere, or something could potentially, like a door that was closed, opens up. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Now, for some Scorpios or people dealing with Scorpios, when I see the Four of Pentacles in reverse, it could be letting go of something. So I feel all positives here, Scorpio. The Four of Pentacles in reverse could represent finally coming to peace with something and saying, you know what, I've held on to this for a long time. I felt this for a long time. I release this. So for some Scorpios, it's a release of some sort. But at the same time, that first message I got, it feels like a breakthrough of some sort, like either a door that was closed to you opens up suddenly, quick, explosively, or a path that was blocked. It's like something that I didn't have access to before. I didn't have access to it before, but now I do. This wasn't possible before, but now it is. So it's like either a surprising or explosive breakthrough here. That's just how it's feeling here in the front. Either that or that little message I gave you about being able to just say, you know what? I release this. There could be something you've been hanging on to a long time. You could find some sort of peace about it. So either way, it's good. Could be both for some of you. But we're just going to leave it at that. We're going to keep moving and see how much information we could get. Interesting little message. I mean, there could be warning here about finances, but I'm not even really feeling that. I mean, if you are having issues with finances, that could be a problem, but maybe you're going to be spending more than you usually are. But it doesn't feel like a huge issue. Let's see what's up with the Page of Cups. We'll talk about it more in the recap. So why is the page here? Okay. Seven of Wands. I mean, I feel like this is good. It's a little combative. Okay. So there is something that probably needs to be addressed. That's how this feels to me. It doesn't take away from the good that I'm seeing within this reading. It doesn't. There's still a good overtone to the reading itself. But the Seven of Wands could sometimes represent someone that's feeling cornered or trapped or suppressed. So when I see it underneath this Page of Cups, it's like, no, this is something that needs to be said. This is something that needs to be addressed. This is something that needs to be talked about. So for some Scorpios, this could be a serious or an important talk or a situation in general. When I see this here, it's like, no, don't ignore this. Don't just push it down. You gotta address it. Okay, so either it's a conversation or the situation in general. Now, I will also say the Seven of Wands in the upright can be a little bit aggressive. So this could be a little bit of a warning from spirits. I'm like, hey, Scorpio, you might not realize it, but you might be coming off a little strong with the way you communicate. No judgment, right? But people might be perceiving you in a way that you're not trying to put forth. Does that make sense? So that's a big vibe I'm picking up here. But the main thing I'm seeing is it's an important situation or a serious one or a conversation that just needs to be had. It's like, don't suppress this. Don't push it down. Don't force it down. Remember what I'm saying here in the beginning about letting something out and releasing it. So it does show up here twice where it's like, I held this in. I held this down for a long time. I need to let it free. Let's go in on the King of Cups, and we'll do a quick little recap, and we'll get into the shadow card. So why is the King of Cups here? I like it for the most part. I mean, it might not be the most comfortable energy, but I think it's good. So why is the King of Cups here, Scorpio gang? Thank you. The World. Yeah, this is, wow. So the World is very similar to this Wheel of Fortune, especially when we were talking about karmic archetypes last week. For a lot of Scorpios, you could be closing the book on an old chapter. There could be a certain chapter that's coming to a close, but for some reason, I'm not devastated by this. I'm not upset. I'm not To me, it feels for the best. Now, every ending is not a bad ending. It's like, okay, I'm going to close this chapter to open up a new one. And that's a big thing with the world. And I mentioned earlier how the wheel and the world are very similar. They're both karmic. This one moves fast, this one moves slow. But when I see the world, something coming to a completion underneath the King of Cups, a Scorpio power card, I just feel like it's fantastic all around for Scorpio, because what we saw here in the beginning, what we see here in the center, and on the back, there's a certain piece that I'm picking up here. Like, especially if there's something that's been bothering you or plaguing you for a while, it's like I'm coming to peace with this, or I am okay with this. The world, karmic cycles, life cycles, but it does represent something that comes to a culmination, something that reaches a breaking point of some sort. So when I see this under one of our power cards, no hard feelings here. Everything seems cool. Everything seems good. But there could be something you're going through or something you're experiencing where it's about to reach its completion. It could be the end of a chapter or an ending in general. That's a big thing. Could it be tied into the karmic energies we've been seeing? Sure. But I don't feel like this is a bad ending. I mean, even if it might feel bad, for some of you, it might feel bad, but it's not in the big picture. It's really not. I feel like it's for the best. Let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadows. So a lot of parallels for each one of these. But position number one, we're starting here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Only a little warning there was, watch out, you might be putting a little more money out than you normally do, but it doesn't feel like it's make or break. Just watch out with finances. I think everything's going to be fine. But a big thing I picked up here is one, either being able to release something that's been bothering you for a long time, which is really beautiful, or this could be an explosive breakthrough of some kind, where it's like something that you didn't have access to before, you now do, or a path that was closed to you, or a door that was closed. It's like I'm bursting right through it. Moving to the center, we have the Page of Cups with the Seven of Wands in the upright. I did say you might be coming off a little more aggressive than you intend, but a big vibe I'm picking up here is like either a serious situation or a conversation that needs to be had. Do not suppress it. Let it out. That's a big theme throughout this whole entire thing. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You have free will. You can handle your life as you choose. But I'm telling you, there's an energetic opportunity here for a lot of Scorpios, and you might want to take it. Moving to the back end, we have the King of Cups himself with the World in the upright. Not every ending's a bad ending. There could be a cycle that is coming to a close. There's a cycle that could come to completion. So we do see ends of a chapter or endings in general, but it doesn't feel all for nothing. It doesn't feel like a completely bad thing. It is what it is. That's just how it feels to me. Something is coming to a head. So just do with that information what you will, Scorpio. Please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further and verify. But let's see what's in the shadows. Well, let's see what we have. Oh, yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel. I have much love for all my channel members. Let's get this shadow card out here. There we go. Nice and quick. Cool. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, keep him busy. So I feel like it's very important for a lot of Scorpios to keep busy, but not too busy. I do a lot of personal readings for Scorpio gang. People have tons of determination that fall under the Scorpio sign. And when I see the Eight of Pentacles, it's like I'm working towards something and I'm not going to quit. This is one of the cards that links into finances and career, but also work ethic. And most Scorpios have a tireless work ethic. They're not going to stop until they achieve what they want to achieve. So this could be good in regards to determination, especially if there is some extra money going out. The Eight of Pentacles is good because it's effort, it's putting effort into things. But at the same time, the shadow side of the Eight of Pentacles could sometimes represent putting too much effort into something that doesn't deserve it, or putting effort into something that's going nowhere. Okay, and I'm just being real with what the shadow side of this card could mean. So I think it's important to take stock. Like, are you putting energy into something that you should be or shouldn't be? I mean, you would know better than me. But this could be good for finances, work, and business too. So Scorpio, that's what I got for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The April subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me and get a little further insight into your situation, you can check out my digital calendar on my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The April calendar is up, so feel free to go check it out and book. But for the April subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies, not 2, of one of my favorite decks of all time, the Gilded Tarot Royale. It's a gorgeous deck and it works fantastic. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, if you could pick one tarot card to best describe you, which one would it be? Are you the Empress? Are you the High Priestess? Are you the Emperor, the Moon, the Sun? You put your answer down in the comments, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.